father raped her, raped most of her sisters. You already know that 18, people have gone into this vortex, this rabbit hole. Okay, it's been sucked in. It has been so crazy that, my energy is strong.
Mm-hmm.
So now what's happening is, okay, you told me to stay away from her. She went off one time. She got into my Facebook. She went off and she called it. You said stay away.
Wait, you said I told you to stay away from her?
Right,
I did remember that. Right, I did remember that. I did remember that I told you to stay away from this woman. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So basically, she's like, I was going to say a demon seed. So we deduced it down to multiple personalities, mental illness, demon possession, and delusions.
Mm.
The universe gave me access to all her. She was so incredibly acting, mental that she left all her emails, and I read, truly a delusional person.
Mm.
But not psychotic. So, of course, I just give you a rundown. So the baby's here because she was miscarrying. I told her what to do. She didn't miscarry. We had the baby at home. And you kept saying, stay away from this, sister, stay away from this. This is bad energy for you.
Mm.
But I couldn't leave my offspring, my child. So I fought like hell. She didn't have abortion. She didn't miscarry.
Mm.
And what happened is when she was miscarrying, I had to go to the hospital. She said, well, if I'm going to miscarry, I'm just going to miscarry. I said, no, they can tell you what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so she went to the hospital. They told her what's happening. And then they said, okay, just give it a week. But anyway, I told her, no, I can feel it. I said, you need to stay in bed for a month, whatever it was. She didn't miscarry. So what happened is that it's been hell.
Mm.
She came up in November and December. November, she left in January. That didn't go well. She ended up in a shelter up here. The police came out and they said, Mr. Bramley, you can go back to your house.
Mm.
I haven't been perfect, so she would act up and go berserk in the house, so I drag her out of the house, put her out. That's what you call the police.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes her son saw it, and sometimes it didn't. So anyway, to make a long story short, it came out in April that her 8-year-old and 12-year-old tried to molest they molested and attempted to rape a 4-year-old. Of course, she minimized that, and that caused us to break up. Anyway, somehow we got to having the baby. We argued for 9 hours straight, and that caused the labor, so the baby came into the world. We had the baby at home, just me and her.
Mm-hmm.
And so afterwards, I said, well, having a baby at home and whatever is very meaningful, it's very powerful. She said, well, we kind of planned it. So something's dead in her, and something's possessed. I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her really, really. She left the baby at 3 days old and was going to move on with her life. Her mother was an accomplice to her father molesting and raping her daughters. Her mother actually produced the daughters for her father to rape.
Mm.
I'm not going to even give you the man's name because this demon is feeding off of other people's energy.
Definitely.
He's named Gabriel Bradley.
Definitely.
Demon, and you forget, but I'm giving you over. So y'all had our baby. I had a channeler going to their first eye, and they said that I'm kind of inoculated because I was sexually abused by my mother. But I'm a guy, and she didn't do it so pervasive. Our family, when my mother did the grandchildren, we were really upset. We don't know whether she did or not, but when they start drawing pictures and stuff, she's on probation for the rest of her life. But our family went the whole opposite direction.
Mm.
So her mother minimized when her boys. Now check this out. When her boys were found out, she minimized what her boys did. I have it on tape. And her mother said that the little girl was pestering the 8-year-old and the 12-year-old for sex. Well, my thing was, first of all, the sisters tried to say it was sexual play. I said, no, sexual play is between a 5-year-old and 5-year-old. A 4-year-old and 5-year-old, 6-year-old and 5-year-old. You can't even say a 5-year-old and 7-year-old is on the same level. They're not. 5-year-old is still a toddler. They're still talking baby toddler. 7-year-old does not. So they had major fallout. So what happened is, after the baby, she left after 3 days because she would not shut up. She pressures her point. She goes into a zone, and she cannot let her point go. And I'm like, let it go, let it go, let it go. And she cannot. She has to, and that's the worst thing to do with me. I don't hit her. I don't do anything. One time I slapped her to try to like jar her, like get out of it, and it just made it worse. So she left after 3 weeks. The police came, and basically she was. It's like she had like 3 different her male personalities took over. And what happened is that she left for 3 months. She came back here in September. She left from, this is not this May, but the following May, because the baby's 15 months now. She left for 3 months. Now, she left, she came back September, October, November. I had a meltdown, I'll be honest with you. I called her every name, everything, because she kept just trying to press her point. And, anything that a man can say to eviscerate. So 3 weeks, within a week and a half, she was calling up her old fixation. He wasn't even her boyfriend. He spurned her and shunned her. And so the bottom line is that she came back. So she's been here 8 times since February. I paid for the plane tickets. Every time she's had an outburst and traumatized. Now, if you listen to the messages, you'll say, wow, this sister's incredible, what she's saying. She talks about she knows that she traumatizes children, she traumatizes everybody with these, please help me, you're the best man, all that is there. And if you hear it, I don't want you to go too deep in, because I want you to use your first eye. So now I'm at a point where she left a week and a half ago, because she went berserk, and what was happening is that she was traumatizing my little girl, the baby. And I said, I don't want this baby to see me as the cause of her mother's pain.
That's right.
So because what happened is when the baby first came here, she would freely come to me. Freely. And we just, I don't think you've seen the picture of me and my girl. I don't think I sent you. But she freely would come to me. And now she it's like I have to coax her with toys and stuff and distract her. They would pick up my own daughter. So I saw what was happening. I said, listen, I don't care. I even lowered the bar. So listen, if we do argue, because my policy is this is a house of peace. This is a sanctuary. So what happened is that so she leaves in the middle of the night, and I drive her to Union Station, and then she's talking crazy. I said, listen, I've given you the baby every time. Let's do the transition for the baby now. Okay, it's just going to happen. So she wouldn't. So now she's went out and put a restraining order. But I have all of her emails, all of her text messages. I have all sorts of videos showing her psychotic behavior. Okay, and so now it's just like, her boys, and the thing is, oh man, I've been good to this woman. I could say that she's an idiot, she's stupid, but you know something? I was an idiot and stupid in life. I'm an idiot. I told her, maybe I'm an idiot that you're trying to get through. I said, I've been an idiot in my life. I've been stupid. I've been a fool. I've been ignorant. And so I don't have a problem saying that, and I have in my life. So what's happened is that the police have been out 3 times. I'm driving in my truck. The only thing is now, I was so busted up about missing my child's infancy. I haven't missed her infancy. I actually have some great memories of me and my daughter, and I love my daughter. Right. I love her so much. Believe it or not, I love her so much that I demanded that I be there at the birth, and I don't like to say delivered, but the baby, when she was born, she glided into my hands. Right. I cut the cord, everything. She was born without violence. She didn't even cry. We did just me and the sister, no midwife, nothing. So now I'm trying to free myself of this truly. And the thing is, this monster feeds off of negativity. It's like it picks its victims. And the thing is that Um, I think the best thing is like if you look. I don't remember the pictures I sent you. So I need some guidance because whatever you said the last time you were right on, and I kept praying for a miracle that somehow that her soul would be touched and that she would somehow
get back to the senses. Get back to
somehow. It's like I've been going into the ethereal realm saying, I know only people can heal if they're open, but if there's any way that they can just get through to her, what she is, it really is. And I said, listen, you didn't attend the little girl when she was molested. You neglected your boys. Your 8-year-old couldn't even read the word B or Y. The one, and her older son, you told me to stay away from those boys last time.
I told you that. I told you to stay. I said, yes, I remember. I told you to stay away. I remember that. Mm-hmm.
You told me to stay away from those boys. The older son, it was like he was the mastermind. He was the mastermind behind trying to rape the little girl. So this is how nasty this woman is. She went around and told a few people that they were fondling the little girl. They pulled their pants down, put their penis in between the little girl's legs.
No.
The mother of the little girl says that she acts out what all the boys did. She acts out what the boys did with their dolls. She can't eat. The mother will not allow her to play with dolls.
Right.
So that's pretty much the story. I have not hit this sister. I have not. I slapped her one time. I drug her through the house. This is between me and you. I didn't drug her, put her out. I didn't put her out viciously. I was like, stop yelling, stop yelling, stop yelling. So now, what's happening is, I have to make a decision, right? And the decision that I need to make has to be, how do I free myself from this? Because this is very, very
toxic.
Very, very bad. Yeah, it's very toxic. You got it.
Right.
And the thing is, I bought it, and the thing is, you don't want to go to, if I told you her father's name, you go online. I told you about the one guy that went crazy. My friend, what happened is, he ended up saying, I was sent to protect her. It was crazy. That's how crazy things got. And so, at this point, I'm just trying to find out what I can do to free myself from this. And the thing is, it's like, this is bad. I get bad feeling just think about it. It's like somebody's almost like sadomasochism, the way she is and what's happening. And I don't want to be part of it. And the thing is, it's like she'll be sweet one minute, and but I really, really tried. And for a minute, I was gonna say, I'm looking at the pictures. I can't say I really love this woman, but I really did love this woman. I mean, I really wanted not to be accepted. My child will probably grow up without her natural mother, and she'll probably grow up without her natural mother, and that I didn't want to be a single parent.
So that was your fear.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was my fear.
So that was your fear. So because so let me say something real quick. So because of your fear, you sacrificed yourself and made your lifestyle or made your experience a little bit more dramatic because you wasn't able to face your fears, or you created a sense of fear with this situation, and you did not trust that all will go well. So as a result of not trusting that all will go well, because beloved, listen, how many loving single fathers that is out there? There's so many different loving single fathers that will step up and be all that they can be for their child. I do understand that because of your upbringing, and you would like your own daughter to have this connection with her biological mother. However, if her biological mother is insane, then that means I have to say this. Shame on you. Shame on you, beloved. Why? Because you should love your daughter enough to not allow someone who is insane to be the primary caretaker of your child.
Well, see, the thing is like, oh man, I feel like crying.
It's okay.
I want you to look at me interacting with my daughter. I just sent you some pictures of my phone. I'm going to call you right back. I don't want to break the vibe, but I just want you to see me and my daughter together.
Well, I actually picked up on the energy from the pictures that you sent me. I actually know that you want the best and you love your daughter dearly. I actually can pick up. I don't necessarily.
I sent them, but they don't go through. But the thing is, it's like, oh man, poor girl. I'm gonna cry. I mean, this girl is so messed up. I mean, I'm not talking about my daughter. I'm talking about the sister.
The mother, right?
I mean, she is just gone, and it's just so sad because, I spent thousands of dollars and thousands of hours, and I didn't deserve to be taken to the white man. You're talking about walks and parks. I mean, if a woman really felt me and really was even 50% appreciative, she would have been in ecstasy. Now, I it's like, I mean, so, but see, the thing is, I raised my son without the female energy, and, he's not doing well today. Our daughter was raised by her mother. She's not doing well. And this sister is so malleable that I don't know who got in her mind or whether it was a demon or whatever, but she would do fine for a while, and then, I mean, she look at it, she already had 2 abortions, right? See, the thing is, if you're an abortionist, you can't talk holistic, you can't talk Africa, you can't talk spiritual, because the first principle of spirit is to respect life.
Right.
People don't understand. I mean, if you had one personally, I that's not my business, but the thing is, it's like, listen, I was tortured as a child. But everybody should be given the option of whether they want to end their life or not. How many, if everybody was aborted that came in the world in bad circumstances, where would the Frederick Douglass be? The Harriet Tubmans, or the Malcolm X, or whoever? Everybody would be aborted. A lot of people. So my thing is, it's like, she wanted to have the abortion with this girl. And for her to, after 2 or 3 weeks of me not talking to her, to try to go with other men, she didn't. But because I stopped it. I called her the brother, and the brother's like, oh man, this is drama. But the point is that she strives to be holistic and moral, but her mind is gone. I mean, I would tape our conversations, and the thing is, she has a superior intellect. She's not intellectual. She's not intelligent or smart, because that's actually utilizing the information you have, or the knowledge. But I feel like crying because I'll tell you what happened. I lowered my standards. I was weak. I transgressed and now sinned. When she was in Atlanta, talking to me 5 hours a day for 2 weeks, neglecting her boys. One thing I don't do, if a woman's not good to her children, I don't date her.
Right.
But that was the first thing.
Right.
And then, when she came up here, I didn't push the sex. She had sex with me, and her boys are sitting on my couch, listening to their mother moaning. Okay, that shows that she was either sexually abusing them, or she wanted them to hear, and if she didn't want them to hear, the fact that she was so disconnected, that's alarming too.
She is, and she's going, let me tell you, beloved, and I do know that, this is a very big concern for you, and, especially for the betterment of your daughter. However, you also have to take some sort of responsibility for her actions, because If you are not sexually involved with her, then she will not be having sex. That's number one. If you don't support her in terms of bringing her up to DC, she will not be in DC. If you don't do certain things for her, certain things won't happen. So you have to also take responsibility.
Yeah, I told you, listen, I had my mentor. Absolutely. He said, don't bring her in DC. But I
right.
wanted to have a family experience with my daughter.
Totally understandable.
I wanted to have, and the thing is, what I messed up is she was willing to go back to Chicago. I should have just kept my mouth shut, put her on there, sent her back in a positive way. But the thing is, it's like, I mean, after all that I did, the money, the airline, taking care of her boys, the camp, and all this, I put her boys in for her to go get a restraining order. And she knows how I feel about the white man.
But you're dealing with Beloved, you're dealing with someone that has been going through not only abandonment, trust issues, sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. So, are you not surprised that she will do something like this? So you're saying, oh, I put her son through this, I did that. Yes, you did that from the kindness of your heart. But you should take responsibility because you know the type of person that you're dealing with. And if you...
She never did that to any other guys, though. All the other people choked her, did this, did that, and neglected her. I was the best. Thing is, I was the best and the worst.
Right.
I treated her really good, but I had standards. I said, no, you can't yell here. This is not a slop house. No, you need to sit up. You know, you're treating me. I said, well, you're acting like a child. I said, I'm sorry. You're going into the store with your face all grimaced up. People respond very positive to me, and you're representing us. We're in a business meeting. She picks up her phone and starts sending a text. So it was a constant, it was a constant thing where she totally was socially inept, and then rather than be receptive, it was a constant battle. And thing is, so she said, well, yes, I want you to be critical and call me out, but when I do it, she would just freeze up, seize up. You can't understand the duress. It's like she was like raised as a savage. I'm not a person that's, that's into, I guess having so much in the manners, but still you can't be uncouth. So the level of uncouthness, we say thank you, we say please, we answer text messages.
Right.
We go in the store, we make, I'm saying about the bandling, we make eye contact. I called Sprint. I don't even want to brag, but come on, man. They took $365 off my account. That's right. So it's like a beautiful life. So I was trying to bring her into, she's seen me do, great things. And I kept trying to say, baby, listen, you can be here, you can do this. We don't have to be great loves, but I'll do 7 years with you for my daughter. I'll be with you for 7 years. I said we can be making a lifestyle. I said the sex was below average. It came up to acceptable. It was adequate. I said where's more? I would talk to her and I'd say, like, listen, but just be positive. Don't be irritable. Don't have a nasty attitude. I said, fake it till you make it. Train your brain. She's seen me be. We be into not an argument. But I would just stop. Somebody would call and say, hey, good day. How can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
Her son never saw me raise my voice up to him for any other stress in my life. Only except I didn't raise my voice, but I get stern with them if they did something wrong. But no matter what happened, if me and her, their mother, so she's seen the example. She's seen somebody be calm and be even and equanimous.
Beloved, I have to tell you this. You did all the right things. Don't feel responsible because she has not appreciated the love that you try to give to her. This is one thing that I have to say. You messed up in a way. How did you mess up? Because the avenue that you took, in a sense. And it's not right or it's not wrong. Because I can't say, oh, that was the right way or the wrong way. No, that was your way. But if you really wanted to help her, get on, get in tune and in connection with her and with the divinity of her, You should have took the spiritual way. I don't know if I recommended that to you previously in terms of breaking spells, in terms of taking spiritual baths or even doing rituals on her behalf. But that is the way that you should have should have took. The finances and, the other stuff, that's cool too. But you have to address the root issue. That's just like when you diagnose a disease such as diabetes. You don't treat the symptoms, you treat the root. And the root is to change the diet, right? So in this situation, if you already have a fair amount of information in terms of her background, where her father, you said, raped her, her mother allowed it. Her mother is a
let me tell you what her mother did. He raped some of the other girls, right?
Right.
At least one they broke. But he would suck on their breasts. Some of his grown daughters. Okay, this is how vile and nasty they were. So when she was 17, he had a cult, a group of people who was trying to talk her into impregnating him, allowing him to impregnate her. So what he did, he went and told her, and this is probably giving a life, but who cares, because we're going to be more powerful. I want to taste your juices. If you let me eat you, you'll become a goddess. So he was doing oral sex on her. That's some really far out stuff. Can you believe something like that?
He's definitely going to receive his He's definitely going to receive his karmic debt. He's definitely going to receive that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's definitely going to receive his karmic debt. So.
But that spirit, that energy. See, like here I am. You got into Gabrielle Bandelay's life. I have a beautiful, wonderful little daughter.
Right. She is beautiful. She is beautiful.
And did you see the video of her smiling and stuff?
I saw it, and the daughter part, is not much of a concern because you will always be there for her. And I truly feel like you should take full custody of your daughter and just close out, not close out the door completely, but close out the door 50% with this woman until you can help her get on her path spiritually. You want to live a harmonious and loving life with and raise your daughter to be a very genuine goddess. There's no way that you can do that if you're battling with her mother in her presence.
Well, the thing is like, right now, I can't say there's a spiritual war because I'm not going to get involved.
No, beloved, there is a spiritual war going on. No.
I know that.
Yeah, there is a spiritual war going on. She has been attacked, and you are picking up, and you're taking on responsibilities that you don't even have any control over.
Well, but the thing is this.
Yes.
Something has come over her.
Right.
And she's in her sister's house.
Mm-hmm. And
that's probably the worst way. It's just, like I said, I don't even want to bring you down into the vortex and you get caught in the bad soul. This is just, it's just a terrible. It's like for her mother to defend her father raping their daughters. Until this day, she defends her father. For her mother to say that the little girl pestered the boys to give her sex. Who cares? I mean, somebody needs to be slapped, punched, really slapped senseless. Like a 4-year-old can pester an 8 and a 12-year-old to have sex. Come on. So the point that I'm making is that I have to free myself from this. It's so sad because I wanted so much to give my daughter, and I've been running away from the fact that my daughter will grow up without her mother, and that my daughter will. Maybe I'll be single. I didn't want to do the single parent thing again, and so I've been just so trying to. I haven't been perfect. It's just so frustrating to be around this woman because I don't want to hear anything she says. It's all blather.
She seemed a little. She seemed a bit bothered to me. She seemed very angered. Okay, she seemed very outraged, and if you're claiming to be a loving and peaceful man, beloved, it's time for you to go your separate ways. If you told me that I've told you this the first time or the first couple of times that we did our session, and you're coming back and you're saying the same thing, then that means that you have not grown in this situation. And I have to be completely honest with my approach because I love you. I care about you. I want the best for you. And I want the best for this new baby that has reincarnated onto this planet 15 months ago. So the daughter, and I understand the frustration, and I understand that, okay, I don't want my child to grow up without a mother, and I don't want to be single. But guess what? You created this reality for yourself, so you have to take full responsibility. If I told you previously to remove yourself or separate yourself from this family, and you still in it, then that means that you're ready to take on new challenges, and that's okay. That is okay. How do you know that you're not gonna? How do you know that that her biological mother will not come to her senses? How do you know that in the near future you may not, align yourself with another divine, beautiful woman that wants to be the mother of your child? How do you know? You're not a bad looking older man. You're not. How do you know this? Why are you creating this reality or claiming to be a single father? Why?
Well, because, it's like, I guess I just didn't want to fail again. I've been praying, but, it's like, since I can talk to you freely, I think that everybody, if they can tap in to their inner being,
right,
or to the universe, can have maybe 4 or 5 miracles in their life.
That's right.
And I met this sister. I said, it's going to take us a miracle to be together. Because I saw how hurt she was and how damaged and just how, come on. I'm here with boys that can't even, she stood there, she sat in Georgia for 8 years and neglected her boys and wrote about family and holistic health and everything. For 8 years she did that. And those boys could not read. They had no basic skills. They barely, I didn't even want to go there, but it's just like if somebody was raised in the basement. There was a group of family where the father was raping the daughter, and she had like 5 or 6 children by him. And they were in Germany, and he kept them in the cellar, in the basement. And they had all sorts of weird languages.
Who did that?
And things.
Who did that?
It happened years ago. Yeah, so that's the way they
Wait, who hello? Who kept them in the cell? Who kept them in the cell?
No. It was in Germany. This guy kept his daughter in the cell.
Oh, okay.
In the cellar. But I'm saying that when people are left and they don't get into broader society and they're just left with, families, we all have like silly or goofy, languages that we're around each other, but theirs was extreme, her and her children. So I'm just saying that, somehow, because I was weak, I sinned, I transgressed. When the woman, after a week and a half, said, hey, can you put a car in my name? Because, I was doing cars then, and maybe I had 5 or 6 cars, so I can drive back. It's just like, a taker. It's like a leech, a parasite, this predator. And so I said, well, if I do this, I do that. But like you said, now I just didn't want to just come to the realization that we were better off away from each other. And I do have feelings for her now, but the love is not that strong. But, it's like, if a woman feels bad about herself, she'll let you do anything sexually to her. Or they'll let you beat them up or whatever. That's low self-esteem. So that's how they get you. It's like somebody's so nice to you, and they leave, you feel bad. So at this point, I just need to cleanse this energy off of me. I need to move forward in my life. I was hoping for a miracle. Somehow, the cosmos, the deities.
It's not for you.
Universe. Huh?
I said, yeah. Somehow the universe is showing you that it's not for you. No matter, beloved, no matter how much we want certain things, if it's not within our alignment, and if it is not what the universe has for us, then it would never happen. It would never happen. She may not be, and I believe I spoke to you about this prior. I said to you, you attracted this woman because of the things that happened to you in your childhood and also happened to her in her childhood. So you guys align with one another to heal each other from these different traumatic experiences and perhaps grow and learn from one another. However, it seems as if this relationship is a form of imbalance where you are obviously doing more than she is bringing to the table. And when I mean more, I'm speaking about the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. So it's like this. Do you sacrifice yourself and do you drain yourself out for somebody that is wicked, that is, not within its right state of mind? Do you do that? Do you continue to hurt yourself for somebody that is not willing to work with you?
And the thing is, no. I mean, you're answering the question. Absolutely. What happened is that it's like right now, like for instance, I told her this last time. I said, listen, it's been me that's always reeled you back in. That's what I told you. I said, I know that if I had stopped, I mean, I will say that she did put up an effort in many cases, and that she did, at the end of the day, do what I asked. But this was a declaration of war. You don't go to the white man. That's when I beat you up, I beat you up 4 or 5 times or whatever. Go to the white man. Sure, go to him. You feel like that's necessary. But I didn't do any of that. You're dragging somebody who's screaming and yelling to your house. It's not something to get them out so they're not traumatizing the whole household. It's different. So the pastor across the street from the church came over and tried to talk to him. He looked at me and said, no good. He speaks only Spanish.
Yeah, it is no good.
Yeah, no good.
It's no good.
Told me about that. Then everybody in the community sees how she is. So the thing is, you're right. It's like I tried to I've been better to this woman in many ways than I've been to any woman in my life. Walks in the parks. Yes. She says, well, you're critical. So the thing is, somehow, I wanted to make it work. But like I said, it's like she really. I just told her she can't just flag back and make smoothies. Yeah, she's got it intellectually, and the thing is, she's a times brilliant, and she has a superior intellect for talking, writing, and even thinking. But then she goes back into delusions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She'll say something intelligent, and then she'll come back with something that's so. And what you're saying is, like I said, that you're not equipped to be the leader. Just allow me to lead. Don't fight against me. I got this. Hang on for 1 minute, because I have to move this truck from the church's parking lot, and then I'm going to be right back to my house. I'm right here. Hang on.
Okay.
So the thing is, it's like it was constantly a battle. She felt competition. She has to, even this sport thing is to humiliate you back at me, because her mother said some crazy stuff like, when I was in my group, nobody could make the other person leave. I said, well, listen, everybody had terms and what do you call it? Terms and ground rules to follow and bylaws for their existence. I said, you can't be in my house, tear up stuff, do stuff.
Listen. At this point, beloved, no disrespect to the mother or anyone that wants to speak to you on a civil level, but at this point, my advice to you is to, if you want to continue to help her, you have to help her on a spiritual level. That is it.
Okay, just a little bit about me. Okay, you don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but by the grace, I'm just not saying it because
I can't hear you. I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you? Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, by the grace, right? People I roll with, they have 900,000 in their bank account. They're preeminent in their field. They're well adjusted. They're healthy. They're happy. They're wealthy. Imagine being that healthy, happy, and wealthy. They're balanced. You know, their wives are top surgeons. Okay, that's one of my best friends. The other people, myself. If you type in Gabriel Banley, we made an impact on millions and millions of people around the world. I think I told you that before. Okay, the business I was in. I mean, I was a graphic designer. We did my art charts, Comedic, Arisha charts, all those around the world. You know, I wrote books. I don't even say, but that's the past life. You know, I don't even take credit for that. But I just, at this point, you know, it's like you said, I'm walking back to my house. Like right now, I got 20 vehicles. I own some really expensive, some high-value properties in this up-and-coming area. I'm walking back to my house. I bought a farm since last time down in North Carolina. And, you know, so the thing is, it's like, I was a school assistant. You don't see that this is rare and beautiful. But she felt oppressed, she felt dominated. And I was just telling her, it's more oppressed than leads the family. Why fight against it?
Because you're trying to talk to you are trying to get through to someone that has been experiencing a great amount of abuse, and you're fighting with yourself, and you're saying, why do this? Why are you acting like this? Why? Look what you have. Because honestly speaking, beloved, the material things means nothing. Because at this particular point right now, and I'm just being honest with you because I'm a sharp and straight shooter, I would like for you to look at it in this way. I understand the success. I understand you're supported by success and everything. But at this particular time, you're spiritually unhappy. So you can have 100 cars. You can have big houses. You can have whatever you have. And so can your family. But if your spirit is critically ill, then your health is declining. And if you are not
you're totally right. I've aged considerably since I've been dealing with this woman. It's 2 years. I have so much great income now, more than I used to.
Exactly.
Right.
So again, I personally go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, I personally will, again, it's 2016, that number comes up to the number 9. This is a 9 ether year, which deals with completion and closing out old so you can begin the new. I will definitely alter my relationship with your daughter's mother, because if it's not conducive to you or whatnot, or if it's not beneficial to your well-being holistically.
Yeah, I just want love. I just want love. I never had love.
Right, and that's the reason.
She doesn't feel love. I mean, for her to neglect her boys, I have to tell myself, don't take it personally. For her to do what she did to her boys, to give them all those problems, you know, that came from her own body. You know, for her to neglect my daughter, to leave her at 3 days, her mind start moving on, and her thing, I've been reeling her in.
So you goes to show that she has an issue. She, the sister needs help, and I'm willing to, the most that I can do is prepare a bath. Rather it's a 7-day bath. I feel like she may need to help her on this process, because she's gonna need a lot of therapy. She's gonna need a lot of support in terms of sister support, or even having her talk to somebody, because again,
she'll tell you all this stuff about me.
It doesn't matter about you. It doesn't matter about you, though. It matters about.
I mean, the thing is, like, I know for a fact, no, I call her stupid. I tell her she wouldn't know this or that. But that's true. I mean, come on. If somebody would say that the civil rights movement is not impressive, I said, you're an idiot. When you say stupid stuff, I'm going to say, hey, I've been an idiot. I told her, I said, I might be even an idiot trying to get through to you. I have high self-esteem. But the thing is, ultimately, I want to free myself of this.
So
and
then,
truly, I didn't want to go into the ethereal realm, honestly, and help this person heal and maybe pull some of my power, because I've done it before. But she's not really worthy. She doesn't really want to heal.
Right. Exactly.
She's crying. I said, listen, you're drowning, and I'm throwing you the life preserver. I don't want to be vulgar, but so what if you do this or that for me? I said, but at the end of the day, she never met a man, and that's the sad thing. She never met a man. Anybody else, they said, listen. My brother, I said, and a friend of mine, he's a listener. If there had been any other brother, he would just say, hey, stay in Chicago, never fly out here. Her boys running around, acting right. So when you saw the videos, you saw her throwing something at me.
I saw her acting in range. I saw her, discriminating the reputation of a black woman, honestly speaking. I saw that rather it's making us look bad, basically. Not discriminate, but making us look bad. And I can say that in one way, but then in another way I can also say that, listen, you're looking at someone that has gone through a lot of deep-rooted pain. You don't even know how she came about in the womb. You don't know if her father, took advantage of her mother, and that's how she was created. Because many of us,
right.
Exactly.
Raped your mother,
right.
Right. And the thing is, it's like, you don't know, sis. You don't know how horrible her family is. Okay, see, all I do is think and do research, sometimes in my own self. I'm not playing. Listen, by the grace, we are infinite in so many ways. We just scratching 5 pitches. And what is intelligence? Intelligence is being able to collate and correlate and information, data, and use it in an effective way. Smart is being able to take all that knowledge and everything else and really affirm and have an effective life. So some people are intelligent, but they have a lot of facts and knowledge and understanding.
Right.
But they're not really able to harness it. Being smart is being able to take what you know.
Right.
Right. Being an intellectual means that you use facts, knowledge, data, logic, scholarship, and research to come up with a certain analysis.
Right.
Okay? That's what intellectual does. Being intelligent is being able to solve problems. Okay? Being able to think in different ways. However, being smart is being able to do all of that.
Right.
Okay? Having a superior intellect is that you can think in different ways. So I've actually become smarter dealing with this person. Like what is really happening?
Right.
What is really happening? So I went on the internet and I looked up what is an intellectual? A pseudo-intellectual that sounds intelligent but doesn't use scholarship, logic and these. So I actually researched all this stuff. So now it's just like sweetie, my sister, I feel so hurt. I really wanted to love this woman. I was willing to take the hit. Say, okay, but everybody saw her picture.
But you have.
She's hollow.
Beloved, you have helped her to the best of your ability. You have loved her to the best. You done everything that you wanted to do for her. And this is why I'm saying, do not feel guilty of the ending results, because you played your part very, very well. You played your part very, very well. This is somebody that does not want to accept, and you cannot make her want to accept your love. That is the issue. You want her to accept love, but she doesn't even know what love means. She doesn't even know how to love herself because of the trauma that she's gone through from childhood. So for this reason, I recommended for you to assist her if you would like to still continue to help her.
Okay, hang on. Let me tell you. Unfortunately, it's only when she's innocent and her pure state. When I say pure, like open, and she's receptive and willing. But even that right there changes the moment there's stresses. Then she goes into a defensive crouch, defensive posture.
Right.
She becomes very masculine. She becomes very
aggressive.
And so,
right.
And then even the purity, it's like I realized that in her mind she didn't love him. It was a script that she had of the woman waiting in the house with the baby for the man. So it's all these narratives and scripts in her head. But she didn't really. But I have to be honest. How could she embrace me? If you read the stuff, I read all of her journals. Because what happened is when she had the first breakdown, she talked to the ceiling for 45 minutes, and like her brothers and sisters were there in the ceiling. Okay, and she went completely off. I thought the baby might be in danger. You know what I mean?
I'm fearful. I'm actually fearful of that child as well. Honestly speaking, I would definitely recommend because thus so far I have not yet recommended anything that will not benefit you in this situation. So
and the thing is, it's like part of me is really angry. I'm angry. Like, can you come here and give me a baby, right? Give me a baby. And then you get your get out of jail free card. So I take my daughter. Then you just have one boy, and you get to go fuck around and do whatever you want. And I'm enraged. Why can't you heal? If I show you like the little things, I'm going to heal, and you listen to all her recording stuff, you'd be appalled. You're like, wow, this is magnificent. What she said. I'm about family. My family is the most important thing. And so that's why.
What is her sign?
I don't want to.
What is her sign? What is her sign?
What? I'm sorry?
What is her sign?
She's February. I think February 4th. I don't know.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm trying to, put on, whatever sign she was. I need to put that hat on to get down to the deep rooted things. But she does have like this humanitarian love, and she wants to do better, but she just doesn't know how to do better because, again, she's never been around loving people that actually cared for her. So, beloved, in conclusion, I'm just telling you that if you would like to help her, you should, rather pray for her, meditate for her, send her the healing light. If you want me to prepare a 7-day bath for her, if she's willing to do this, then I would
definitely. She would not even talk to me because she hated she loved the benefits of my intellect, my love, my hard work, my tenacity. Okay, but she did not want to be human. It's like just saying hello to somebody, not being self-absorbed. Like I told her, I said, listen, you see me loving my daughter, why can't you just smile when we're together and affirm that? She'd be off in the la-la land. I tell her that, hey, be mindful, be aware. Don't be self-absorbed. And I said, you can't, be treated, they're acting like a selfish hood rat and be treated like a queen.
Exactly.
Just flat backing and making smoothies and flat backing, just laying on your back and you get to run all around and do whatever you want. I said, that's not going to work here. That's what the first husband did. That's why his boys are. For the boys not to have any basic skills, to be emotionally like women. So I just told her, I said, even if you flat back, be a pleasant, eager, cooperative, helpful flat back. You don't have to bring that much to the table now. I lowered my standard.
That's okay.
And the thing is, I'd say just the way I talk about flat back, smoothie making. I don't need that. I can make smoothies myself. I can jerk off. I said, I don't care about just sex. I said, I can go to Brazil, go to Dominican Republic, and get 5 years before she gets her green card, You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not acceptable here. That's below my standard. I don't need that. What I need is somebody who's engaged, eager, and really believes. I said, you're not feeling this. You feel like you should be treated better. But I said, right now, this is like boot camp. This is like basic training where you come in and you say hello. You don't go off when it's stressful. You don't try to push your point. Don't tell me nothing. If I send, when I go into court Wednesday, And I'm gonna say, listen, I have her text messages, I have her emails, I have everything that says what I'm saying is true, that I have not abused this woman. And I'm going in there with my white Jewish lawyer, and this is not even a case where you need a lawyer, but I'm going in there, and I have two people that saw her. So I just can't fathom why somebody would write, the black man, the black family, the black this, the black that, black, right?
But because this is what she desires in her normal state and normal form, this is what she desires. However, she has an other entity, or she has pain inside of her that also takes control, beloved. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I understand that you see the good things of her, but she also has some stuff that she has to release. Now, everything that you have been doing for her thus so far, I commend you for that. But there's other steps that you can do while going and while healing her. But Gabrielle, at this, let me say one more thing. At this particular stage of this whole situation, you are not spiritually prepared, or you're not spiritually strong enough to do so. You've done a lot. You took on a lot. Okay, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I feel it, I see it, and I hear it in your tone that your vibration is again, it's lowering. You're not in a position to do so. What you can begin to do right now is to strengthen your spirit, so that in the near future, if you decide to want to help her some more, then you do so. But you got to go your separate ways.
What?
I said if you decide in the near future that you would like to help her, you can do so in the near future. However, right now, what I recommend for you to do is get yourself together, release everything. You say you always, you've mentioned a few times throughout this session, I want this, or rather, I need someone to love me. I need this. I want this. Then you go ahead and do that. You go ahead and align yourself with that vibration. It's nothing wrong with you. It's something wrong with her. If you start to feel like this is something that you can't have, then this is what's going to hold you back. And this is what I'm feeling.
The thing is this. My understanding is, I really wanted to somehow, but it's so toxic, it's so negative. I mean, when you put, I really wanted somehow to pull the hat trick. I really wanted somehow to for this woman, and I, it's like I racked my brains, like, okay, I'm sure you've been there. Well, if this is this and this is that, but why is this? And it's like you try to understand a crazy person. Well, why would you do this? And why would you do this? So you're absolutely right. So I didn't want to just stick a fork in it and say it's done, and just say, okay, this is done. And I didn't want to say goodbye to her. It's like I had one of the most blissful moments of my life with her. I took a walk with her, and my energy was so happy that people who didn't even know us were waving to us. And the thing is, I really love the symbol of being with my daughter's mother, and my daughter seeing me love her mother. And the thing is, it's like she's my mentor, who's my master too. She's been my master. She said she's hollow, she's empty, she's a shell. Something in her is dead. I mean, if you saw your husband enjoying your daughter, and you just sat there with a blank space, something's wrong.
Something is definitely wrong, beloved. And at this particular, point or moment, it's now time for you to go your separate ways. I feel with you is you have not yet mastered the law of detachment. You are attached to the scenario, or you are attached to the reality of having this baby and mother and having this family. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with wanting that. However, you have to have a good team player to play this team or to base this reality on. And this is the reason why for you, you're like, oh, I don't want to let go. I'm still trying to work with it, blah, blah, blah. But what you're doing, you already completed your emotional assignment with this woman. You already did. You already felt the happiness. You already gave her love. You guys have a baby together. You tried to do the
completed my emotional what?
Assignment. Your emotional assignment has been completed. You have passed. You passed. So now it's time for you to move forward. And that is the end of the story. Because if I told you this previously to let go of her, and now you coming back and telling me the same thing, and it's getting worse, that means that you're failing. Spiritually wise. Rather, you did not pass one of the laws, one of the universal laws, which relates to spirituality.
To be honest, the fact that she did this, after she sat there and she said she wouldn't do it, the fact that she, and I told her, I said, something, your heart is not into this. You really don't believe this, you really don't want this, and you really don't, you're not really committed. I said, no matter what we do, Mexican restaurants or whatever, I can feel that she really wasn't genuine. She really wasn't real. She was there, but almost like as a spectator. She really didn't and she'll say she did, but nothing that I've done. I mean, I didn't go to the police when she tore things up and did this and did that. So
right.
You're right, and something. It's not even her. What it is you teach it. I did not want to give up the idea.
Right, the idea, the concept, right.
The idea of having an intact family for my daughter.
Right.
And in fact, if she had gone back to Chicago on good conditions, we just would have been continuing. She never got it. You know the world works. It's simple. You get a free pass, you get grace, you get mercy. That's the way. But you get what you are. And so you get good service, you're a great wife, you get treated well. If you're not being treated well, then that's because something's ajar in you. I'm not being treated well. It's because, I'm not being treated well because I'm trying to force something to somebody who doesn't believe. She feels like she got bad treatment because I had standards. Oh, what if I call you dumb and stupid? Are you dumb and stupid? Oh, no, but that's abuse. No. If you leave all the windows open, and we live on a busy street, and I tell you 5 times, I said, make a sign. It's just she was not being treated so bad. It's like I'm not sloppy.
Again, I think you have I believe, beloved, you have a very good understanding of everything. You have a very good understanding of the pros and the cons and what's actually happening. You have a very good understanding of the next step and what it is that you want in your life.
Well, how do I want a loving, well, devoted woman.
Well, you're not going to have that with her.
I want a woman, huh?
You're not going to have that with her at this particular time. You're not going to have that with her because she has to heal herself. So if that's what you want, like I said, a loving, devoted woman, first and foremost, you need to cleanse yourself. You need to release this energy that you have been going through with this particular woman, and then align yourself with that reality because it will happen. And if you feel like it won't, and you keep settling down for this, your child's mother, and that is the conclusion of everything else. You have it. You already know what you want. So focus your energy on releasing and forgiving her for certain things that she done, and then move towards that reality of happiness, and all will go well. And I bless you on your journey, beloved. I definitely bless you on your journey because I know that it will manifest the way you want it to manifest.
I mean, I shouldn't have to, bend somebody's arms to just do the simplest thing. But
right.
Let me just say this: that I feel angry and upset. Why should the little boy? Why should this woman benefit from the structure, the order, the discipline that she ran away from the things that I've cultivated and honed over years? Okay, and so the thing is, why should she benefit from the very, very qualities that she had disdain for?
Okay.
She's just basically a user and absorber and just a taker.
And this is the reason why I said that you have to take some sort of responsibility too, because you are the one giving. You're the one giving, and you're saying why she took this, why she can't do that.
But even now what it's going to be, she knows that I borrow sometimes. I make money, right? She'll be wanting more money to do her own thing.
Well, why are you giving it to her?
Daycare to do all that. But you know something? I think everybody's told me, just go ahead and raise your daughter.
Right.
People are told, like, listen, do you really want her around somebody who would do oral sex for a man in front of your daughter? Honestly, the thing part, she's so malleable, she's so susceptible that she'll do anything for a guy. But if he pats her on the head and feeds her ego, I know that. I said, listen, you're wavered and swayed so easily. I said, every time we have a problem, you're like, I'm leaving, or I'm leaving the daughter. I said, that means that you don't have no core values. We have Christ. She said, but I think it's a demon in me. I don't know why.
Well, you know what, beloved, beloved, I'm sorry, but she's playing on your conscience, and she's playing on your emotions. And just, because I do have a client after you, but let me say this before, we wrap this session up. You have to do what's best for you. And you've been dealing with this particular woman for quite some time now. So the reality is, why are you still this is just food for thought. When we hang up the phone, you can dissect this a little bit more, and why am I attached to this situation? Why? And whatever answer you come up with, dissect that answer a little bit more.
Needy, desperate, and fearful that I won't meet somebody else.
So then that's something that you have to change in your vortex.